All right, here's my new workspace. What do you guys think? I think it's looking good. So what happened is I had some plywood laying around, and I was kind of getting sick and tired of having no room really for all my equipment to be out. Like example, the that Boonton modulation meter, my GPS DO, GPS disciplined oscillator, and I think that's really about it. Yeah, I really had no spot for that 1040, so I had it on top of. You guys will remember I had it on top of my bass radio there. Just really not a good spot for it, but I just kind of had no room, and the reasoning behind it was I really needed a shelf to lay out all the equipment properly rather than stacking them up on top of each other. So that's what I did. Like I said, I had some plywood laying around, made a box for the power supplies, hung all the mics there. And if you're wondering what that is, oh man, you guys gotta wait. I got a video for this thing coming soon. You remember that video that I did for those CB mounts. So there's been some significant updates since those, and this is one of them. So super cool. Yeah. Stay tuned for a video on those. He's been updating quite a lot on the mounts. So you guys, yeah, stay tuned for a video on that. But anyway, the mount, excuse me, the workbench here. Get back to it. I was always hesitant to even do something like this because I didn't want to kind of waste my time doing something nice, and that's why it's in plywood and not like a pine or something nicer. So the reasoning behind it is my wife and I are really considering selling our home and moving the hell out of Massachusetts. It has just been, these past like 5 years or so have just been hell here between the cost of living, the policies that have been passed here. And I don't get super political on this channel. You guys don't come to my channel to, for my politics, but that is the reasoning behind it, between the banning of heavy duty diesel trucks, because that's what I do for a living. I'm a diesel mechanic. I'm a truck builder. So yeah, between the banning of new diesel trucks, there's Massachusetts you can't sell any new heavy duty diesel trucks past 2024. So it's tough. It's tough making a living here. But not just that. The policies are just horrible. Cost of living is horrible. Expenses are through the roof. Immigration policies, you name it. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but that's the reasoning why I never really kind of did anything super permanent. It's because I wanted to wait for, basically my forever home. So the plan is to sell this home and skedaddle the hell out of here and go down to Louisiana. That's where my wife and I got married, and that's where we really enjoy the people down there and just a better life for us. So, but anyway, in the meantime, yeah, I had some plywood laying around. I made a box, made one shelf, and now I'm able to fit everything. All my equipment is out now. So a couple of changes. You'll see the modulation meter here, Boonton modulation meter. The reason why it was never out is because I just basically use that to align FM, on the radios when they have, for FM deviation. When it comes to like, it'll do AM as well, but I just use the scope for setting modulation rather than, a percentage. But that will do both, obviously. Changed my base radios now, this Pro 810E for now. It'll rotate. I'll probably, every so often change out to another base so you guys can kind of see other radios, including probably mobile. So yeah, that's it. I got my little 2-pill from 3 made with the Trump head, specifically for number 3. But yeah, so now this MFJ meter now is being retired from the actual testing. So now that meter is going to be used for the base or the monitor radios only. So yeah, from now on, it's just going to be the bird. Everybody likes the bird. To be honest, I think that they're great meters, but they're not the end-all be-all of meters, my opinion. But you know, they're good meters. So that's going to be the standard now. But yeah, I wanted to go through all my equipment, calibrate my equipment. You can actually see I just turned this on, so it's still not stabilized. I literally just turned these on to do this video. But so that is getting the 10 megahertz reference from the that GPS DO there. So you can see, yeah, I went through, calibrated this. Again, these are going to be, they're going to fluctuate a little bit, but see, that's another 10 megahertz reference. When these things warm up, they are rock solid, right on 10. And then this one up here as well. So yeah, like I said, it's they take a little bit of time to warm up, but once they warm, a couple of hours, they're rock solid. But yeah, that's what I did. Took apart my signal generator. Actually thought about upgrading, if you consider it an upgrade. I wouldn't even consider it an upgrade, but to the I forget what model it is, but the next model after this one, I forget off the top of my head, but I really like this signal generator. My opinion, it's probably one of the better ones that HP made, and that's including anything new, especially for CB repair. This thing has been a rock solid signal generator. This one here needs some work. I gotta get a thermistor for the oven. It actually burned up the crystal oven because the thermistor went bad on it, so I'm waiting on that. But other than that, this thing is, I turned it on and this thing was right on as well. So yeah, it's another good signal generator, but I keep this more for the history of it, you know. It's not necessarily something I use every day, although the noise generator is very handy to have when you're doing noise blanker alignments and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, this is the new Workbench. So yeah, along with the calibration, I decided to just put everything out, and now I don't have to. I can keep my you know, that 10 megahertz reference out now. I don't have to box it up and put it aside. Yeah, just I think this looks a little bit better. The only thing I couldn't really fit was my signal tracer, so it's back there. To be honest, it's one of the least used pieces of equipment I have. Don't get me wrong, it's, you know, when you need them, they're great. You know, a lot of times you just need one of those and they come in, you know, handy. But I just don't use it that often, so it kind of just sits there for now. But had this been my permanent bench, I would have used, I'm actually a pretty good carpenter. My dad is, well, was, he's retired, but is an awesome carpenter. I learned a lot from him. So yeah, this was just some spare plywood I had laying around. It wasn't the straightest. It had been out in the rain, so some of it was bowed and whatnot, but yeah, it did the trick. So at least I have all my equipment out now. And yeah, that's about it. So if you guys don't know, this is a room in my house. Not necessarily an attic space, but it's kind of like in a mezzanine area of a bedroom. So that's why you got the sloped roof. But it's kind of useless as far as you know, maybe using this as a bedroom. So, but it was perfect to put my my little work area here. So yeah, so here it is. Those are the updates I've been doing. So yeah, and also you guys can see how I calibrate my equipment, and my equipment is actually, right on frequency. So it's old, but I make sure that everything is calibrated properly, so that way you guys can get the best alignment possible. But and you guys have, so from what I've been told anyway, you guys have been enjoying and um, really liking the work that I've been putting out. So yeah, that's it, guys. All right, thanks for watching.